Pokemon Pocket just dropped a new teaser trailer for the next set coming in Pokemon Pocket, and we already have a lot of information about new trainer cards, new Pokemon, and most importantly, new Megas, and we're going to be covering them in today's video. Before I jump into that, if y'all are new here, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and I'd really appreciate your support. With that out of the way, let's jump right into this video. The first thing we know about the set is that it's called Crimson Blaze. We can also see a Mega Charizard Y on the right side of the screen, so we already know there's going to be Mega Charizard in this set. We do have new versions of the Kanto starters. The only one that I think is actually going to be worth it is Bulbasaur in my opinion, because formerly it had a 2 energy 30 damage attack, I believe, with 70 HP, and now it's just going to have the classic 1 energy 20 damage. I'm not really a fan of these cards that have 2 energy when they're a basic card and do 40 damage. I just don't think it's worth it in my opinion, but you know, maybe some people will want to use it, so what do I know. We also have this new Solosis card, which means we are going to be getting the full Reuniclus line. Probably not EX, but it is probably going to be a card in this set. We also got to look at this full art Trubbish, which means we are getting a Garbodor card as well. That's going to be pretty exciting. These are the trainer cards that they showed us in this trailer. So first we have Serena over on the left side. Now hers is the most scary one in my opinion. You can pull a random Mega Evolution Pokemon EX from your deck into your hand. That is really strong for a supporter card, and I think the Mega Evolution meta is going to be so cooked in the future now. Clemont is the next supporter card. This is looking like it's going to be a supporter card specifically for your electric type decks. He's going to put 2 random cards from among Magneton, Heliolisk, and Clemont's backpack from your deck into your hand. Now, we don't actually get to see Clemont's backpack in this trailer, but I'm assuming that's going to be a new Pokemon tool. And then finally, this is the most interesting one in my opinion. We have a new item, the Quick Grow Extract. You choose one of your grass Pokemon in play, and you can put a random grass type Pokemon from your deck that evolves from that Pokemon onto that Pokemon to evolve it. So basically, you can play this item to get a free guaranteed evolution for your grass type card. It does have the drawback of not being able to play it on a card that was played during your first turn or just put into play during this turn, so you can't immediately evolve. It's not that broken. Also, you cannot use this item alongside rare candies, so it is going to have some limitations, but especially for only stage 1 Pokemon, this is going to be really strong. We got to look at a couple other new cards as well. First off, this new Ditto card is basically just a better version of the old one. So the old Ditto was you can choose your active Pokemon, I think, and as long as you have the energy for that damage, you can do that attack. However, with this Ditto, you can choose any Pokemon that's on the bench, not including a Pokemon EX, and use its attack. So you don't have to copy the active spot Pokemon, you can copy the one on the bench. We also have this new Sunflora card. Quick Grow Beam is going to do 30 damage, but if you played the Quick Grow Extract, which was that item card we just talked about, it actually goes up to 60 damage as long as it's in your discard pile. So very easy to do 1 energy 60 damage with Sunflora, which is going to be pretty good early game. And we also have a new Spritzee card for 60 HP and just a 1 energy attack that heals 20 damage to one of your Pokemon. However, this does also mean you're probably getting a new Aromatisse card, which will hopefully be more useful. Jumping into the Megas now, first we have Mega Venusaur EX, who is 240 HP. It has a 4 energy retreat cost, as you can see in the bottom down there. I'm sure its weakened is still fire type. We didn't get to see it in the trailer, but it probably is going to be weak to fire. And then it has a 4 energy, 2 grass, and 2 colorless attack, Critical Bloom, that does 120 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned and asleep. Because this card has 2 colorless energy, it might actually be rampable in my opinion, but we'll have to see when it comes out. Mega Blastoise EX is up next, 230 HP, and it's going to have a 3 energy attack, Triple Bombardment, that does 130 damage. If this Pokemon has at least 3 extra water energy attached, it also does 50 damage to 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So definitely very interesting for bench control. I mean, you need 6 energy on this card to be able to do that, so I'm not sure how often that's actually happening, but Mega Blastoise EX does look very interesting. We can't really see it in the trailer because it's very blurry, but it does have a 3 energy retreat cost, so you can run Heavy Helmet on this card. Finally, up next, we got our GOAT Mega Charizard Y. He's going to have a 2 retreat cost, and he has a 4 energy attack, Crimson Dive, that does 250 damage. Yes, you read that right. 250. The old Charizard that did 200, we decided let's one up that for some reason. So 250 damage. The drawback is this Pokemon also does 50 damage to itself. This card does have 220 HP, so maybe taking that damage will actually make it easier to kill, but this is actually insane for Mega Charizard Y, and I can already tell this card is going to be absolutely broken. They did not show Mega Charizard X in this trailer. Hopefully it will be getting a card as well, but it's not shown on the booster pack, so I'm not 100% sure. However, we can see Porygon and Magnezone in the background, so they'll probably be getting new variants in this version as well. The final piece of information that we have for this new set, as you can see on the right side, is that this new booster pack is dropping on Wednesday, December 17th. That's going to be all the information we have for this video, but make sure you guys are subscribed if you want to see a pack opening when the set drops, because I will be opening 100 packs on Wednesday, December 17th whenever this drops. Be sure to also let me know down in the comments what other cards you're excited for seeing. Fingers crossed for Mega Charizard X, because that is one of my favorite Megas, just aesthetically wise, so I'm hoping it gets a card, but if not, then I guess I'll just cry myself to sleep. But I do want to know what cards y'all are looking forward to, so let me know down in the comments below. That's all for me though, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.